Hello, everyone. Welcome to Hardcore Wrestling Radio's Money in the Bank 2016 Picks and Previews. I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, and I have the incomparable Lance Moss over at youtube.com/LanceMossTV. Lance, what's up?
Jerry didn't do it.
Let's talk about that for one quick second. This is a Money in the Bank review, but I got to get this out of the way. Domestic shit happens all the time. And Lance, I think the WWE suspending him is a little bit out of order.
Yeah, the big thing I have a problem with him getting charged. Okay, I've seen the mug shots. She claims he hit her. He hit her in the face, right? Well, the problem with that. Okay, Jerry Lawler's a big dude, and strong too. If he would have hit her in the face, I don't think there would have been a mark.
Well, it's not even that. I mean, my problem is that Jerry Lawler's not a drinker, hasn't been a drinker, but my guess is that she is the one who's doing the drinking, and so it's just that kind of a situation. And we're going to bring in the classic wrestling manager, Joseph Knight, and he's popping on. So, guys, we have a little bit of technical issues.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yep. Joe, what's up? How you doing? We are live right now. We are doing the review.
Doing it what, man?
As Joe's trying to get his shit together,
I'm trying to get everything in order here. Put my cookies aside. I just got to pull the darts out for my Dixie Carter pictures.
Well, you know what, Joe? Like I said, tonight we're doing the Money in the Bank picks and previews, but we're going to just jump off the page as we always do, and we're talking about the Jerry Lawler incident. Now, I was saying that Jerry Lawler's been known not to drink, but they said there was alcohol involved. And if I'm not mistaken, some reports had even said that she was the one who was doing the drinking. Now, WWE suspended them, obviously for being politically correct and just kind of, I guess they don't want to be in the middle of any kind of controversy regardless. But do you think what they did, suspending him, was a little out of order?
Not really. Let's put it like this. What you just said is the main kicker. It's politically correct, and pretty much, back in the early days, they didn't do stuff like that because they wanted to keep their talent. Now they're in a situation they have to do the sacrificial lambs. Any negative press that the WWE gets, they don't want. And let's face it, Lawler always goes out with the young girls. He doesn't go out with women. He had the cat, young girl, and I think he had a previous young girl. Situation, and let's put it like this: he gets involved with ring rats, and this will cost him. WWE had to do it. If not, what will be on the headlines at TMZ? WWE wrestlers are known for their domestic disputes, their alcoholism, and fooling around with young women. Look what happened with Adam Rose.
Yeah, and I see your point, but let's get back on track on the Money in the Bank previews. A couple of things changed. Now, there was supposed to be two matches, Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin, and Apollo Crews and Sheamus. Those are kickoff matches. Those are on the main card. And what do they have for a kickoff show, guys? Breezango versus the Golden Truth for like the third time that nobody gives a fuck about. If I'm going to have to pick, I'll just say Golden Truth. Lance, your thoughts?
This is kind of a kickoff show quality match, but yeah.
You know what, Joe?
I'm going with
Go ahead.
Golden Truth.
Joe, he says kickoff quality. To me, I wouldn't even consider this a Raw mid-card quality match.
That's not even considered a low-card match. I think that's a Superstar TV show taping. That's the undercard for a house show.
Yeah.
And the big sigh, because this is what their kickoff match is. We're looking at a good Money in the Bank already. I'm going to go with Lance. Golden Truth. The black guy and the gold guy are going to get over on, the Fandango, whatever decided to call them. So the feathered dancers, I don't know.
It is Breezango, but let's move on to the matches. Like I said, they were kickoff, but now on the...
Why was it called for Brooke?
Breezango,
I use that around my house.
Tyler Breeze and Fandango. So they mashed the tag teams up, which you and I talked about before. But let's get on with the next match. It's going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Now, these two fought in a pay-per-view, and Baron Corbin pretty much, he got the win. It was a hardcore, it was Extreme Rules, and he won by taking a few shots that, I guess, some would say not ethical. They followed up the feud on Raw where, Ziggler says, I'm going to beat you in a technical match. He puts the little hat, puts him out the ear things in, and looks like he's going to do a technical. What does he do? Gives him the blatant low blow. So this is the rubber band match, guys. And, as much as I am a fan of Dolph Ziggler, they're going to push Baron Corbin. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, this is either the Kendall Windham-looking guy or the Shawn Michaels wannabe. Yes, the rubber band match. I think this match, clincher, and Baron Corbin needs this win. Ziggler doesn't need it. Corbin needs real. He needs to give some serious competition. So Corbin all the way.
All right, and we are, Joe, you're breaking up a little bit. We got you some technical difficulties, but Lance, I'm going to kick this over to you. Ziggler or Corbin? Who do you think's going to win on this one?
Well, I'm a big Dolph Ziggler fan for his career since he's still really, really new. Corbin needs this win. I'm 100% behind Joe.
So the next...
I like I said, besides technical difficulties, it's, I gotta say Corbin because he needs to move on. He needs to now pass. He needs to come out of Money in the Bank, the winner, to start moving forward.
Yeah. Now, the next match we have is Sheamus versus Apollo Crews. Now, this started off with Sheamus hating the new era guys because all the new guys are coming up. And for a while, he was getting their ass kicked. So, he's taking his frustration now on Apollo Crews. Now, I've been a fan of Apollo Crews since he was on NXT. This guy has it all. He's got the look. He has charisma. He has agility. And he has technical wrestling abilities, which, Joey, both you and I like. I'm going to pick Apollo Crews. Lance, over to you.
I got to go with Utah Nation. That be Apollo Crews.
And Joe, over to you.
I got to say, Apollo Crews all the way. He's going to be your shining star. He's going to carry it.
And now I'd like to move on to one of the bigger matches on the card, and that's the Money in the Bank card. Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, Alberto Del Rio, Kevin Owens, SamiZayn, and Y2J. Now, for me, one of the big favorites for everybody, I think, is going to be Dean Ambrose, especially when he made that, this past Monday they did the Ambrose Asylum where both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns came on. He said, I just might take it, and I'm going to cash it in that night. So if I had to pick two guys that really have that, get to that next level, one is Dean Ambrose. He is world title material, and Cesaro. I think Cesaro would need to be Mr. Money in the Bank. Either one. Lance, your picks.
I'm going... either Dean Ambrose, that's my main pick, and second one, I can kind of see them possibly put it on Jericho, but the ones that could probably steal this pay-per-view, steal this match, not necessarily win it, but actually steal it performance-wise, watch out for Zayn and Sting. They will do some crazy shit in this match.
And Joe, he does have a point. Now, Chris Jericho's never won it, and I don't think he's going to win it, this time either, because he mostly right now he's paying it forward. So, Joe, who are your picks?
I'm going to go the wild card here. I'm going to say Kevin Owens has proven himself. We don't need to see Y2J. He's just a veteran in there. We already know Dean Ambrose can get any type of title shot he wants. I'm going with Kevin Owens because the guy is to progress. He's lost a couple of matches. This is going to be another breakout guy. He's going to win Money in the Bank. He's going to look to cash it in and possibly get back the title. That's who my pick is. Kevin Owens, the knockout.
All right. Now we have the tag team title match, and this is a fatal four-way. This is the New Day, who are the champions, Gallows and Anderson, Enzo and Cass, and the Vaudevillains. I like the Vaudevillains. They kind of have, the charisma is a little bit different. Enzo, I'm on the fence. For a while, I didn't like him, but now he's starting to change his look a little bit better. So he's looking not so much as a fucking cokehead who just did an 8-ball before walking out the curtain. Big cast, definitely great talent. Anderson and Gallows, I think, are the ones you really want to keep an eye on. So I'm going to go with them. Joe, over to you.
I'm going to go for the AJWO right here, the new version of the NWO. Yep, I'm going to say it, the Bullet Club all the way.
And Lance, your thoughts?
It's either going to be one or two teams. My first is the club, Anderson and Gallows. But I think if WWE decides to swerve us, we're getting Enzo and Cass.
Yeah. Now, we have the United States Championship match, Rusev versus Titus O'Neil. Now, Titus has been kind of just giving Rusev, just kind of antagonizing, even though he's the babyface. And now they have a title match. And if you ask me, I really don't want to say Titus O'Neil, but because they're strongly pushing it that way. If you ask me, I would like Rusev to win the match, but I got a bad feeling Titus is going to take the title on this one, Joe.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go on a stretch. I think Titus is going to win it, but not. He's going to get North Carolina, and Rusev is going to walk away with the belt. I believe they're going to pro up for somebody else. I think they're just feeding Rusev right now, just this muscular Titus O'Neil, just to get him prepped up for somebody else. I honestly think we're going to do it. They're going to swerve there, and Rusev is going to walk away with the title.
All right. Lance, over to you. Your pick.
Yeah, I see Rusev walking out, but but Young actually winning disqualification or
Titus O'Neil. So you basically
yeah.
Okay, so you see Titus O'Neil getting the win, but not the title. And that's a possibility. Like I said, Titus O'Neil, I think they're going to give the win. Whether they give him the title, I'm still on the fence on. They've been kind of giving him a good push as of late. But let's move on to our next match. And that's the WWE Women's Championship. Well, it's a title match. Excuse me, I'm sorry, a tag team match. This is not a title match. My mistake. It's going to be Charlotte and Dana Brooks versus Natalya and Becky Lynch. Now, the main story has been is that Natalya and Becky's pretty much been warning Brooke, hey, look, Charlotte's going to turn on people. They're going to turn on, they'll turn on you. And I think it was a couple weeks ago, we actually saw Charlotte flip out on Dana because, Charlotte lost because Dana wasn't there. So, Joe, I think what's going to wind up happening, Natalya and Becky's going to get the win because at some point, Dana's going to drop the ball, and this is we're going to see Charlotte turn on Dana Brooke.
You know what? I'm going to disagree with you, Rick. I see this as a swerve. It's going to be a seesaw match when it looks like she's about to turn and take out Becky Lynch or her partner and Natalya, and she's going to help Charlotte get the win, and it's going to cement Charlotte and Dana together. I think this is another swerve. I think this is just a situation where they're playing the crowd just to see how well it goes, but they're going to firmly keep it together.
All right. And Lance, over to you.
I honestly, since it's not a title match, I see Becky Lynch and Natalya picking it up.
All right. Now, as I said before, this is kind of like I said, a little Trump bet. I still think that Dana is going to Charlotte's going to turn on Dana probably after the match, if not maybe on Raw. Do you see that happening, or do you think I'm dead wrong on that one?
Yeah, I see one way or the other. You're right.
All right. Now, this is a dream match, guys. everybody's been saying, what if? And I have to admit, guys, I am pumped for this match. It's going to be John Cena, AJ Styles. Now, this is going to be a rubber band feud, no doubt. This is not going to be a one and done. Now, I see this happening in two different ways. So we're going to have one where AJ Styles is going to get the heel win, where the club comes down and beats John Cena, and then John Cena, of course, gets the next two wins. Or we could possibly maybe even see John Cena beating AJ Styles, and, Styles just kind of saying, okay, fine, you beat me. But I see AJ kind of getting the heel win and going on from there. As much as I'd like to see it, I'd like to see AJ Styles get the clean win, but WWE is just not going to let that happen, Joe.
You know what? I agree with that little scenario we just did. I can see the match going Cena's way. It looks like it's going to win. Bullet Club runs in. Referee gets knocked down maybe away, or the referee gets hit by AJ's legs or something. When puts him up in the AA. The referee goes down. Here comes the Bullet Club. Beats up John Cena. And AJ wakes the ref, and he gets the win. AJ needs a pay-per-view win over the biggest star in WWE. He needs this win. John Cena doesn't need it. John Cena can win at Raw. With in order to move forward.
And again, as Joe pointed out, AJ needs to win. Cena doesn't need it, Lance, but unfortunately sometimes the WWE has a really bad habit of giving their guys, such as John Cena, the win, where AJ's been all over the world, especially over in TNA. He did make his name, but they kind of have to say, well, now you're on our yard, so they have to play by our rules, so to speak.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, look what they did to the Icon.
Yeah, very fair point. Exactly, they did that to Sting. Now, Sting did get injured along the way, but he did not win one pay-per-view match. He won one Raw match. And so, if you got to pick, is it going to be Cena or Styles?
Well, since I know Styles' career is going to be longer than Sting's was, or Sting's WWE career was, I'm gonna have to say Styles.
Yeah, because that's a really hard one. But now let's get on to the main event match: Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Now, as everybody knows, about 7 or 8 months ago, Seth Rollins, he injured himself, forcing himself to drop the title. During that time, the title went back and forth to Triple H, to Sheamus, and Roman Reigns, I think, is now a 3-time world champion. He's not liked by the fans. Clearly, when he comes out, he gets booed. When Seth Rollins comes out, the fans are cheering the hell out of him. Now, as to who's going to win this title, I think if they give it right to Seth Rollins, it's going to make Roman Reigns, again, look like a weak champion. I would like to see Roman Reigns maybe even get the heel win, because they really do need to flip-flop these two, Joe.
Yeah, here's another situation. Rollins doesn't need to win. Reigns needs this win more than ever to build it up for a SummerSlam match. He doesn't need to lose this one. I see somehow, some way, Dean Ambrose getting involved and possibly getting a double disqualification. Because let's face it, guys,
Joe, you're breaking up, so Lance, over to you.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
I'm going to get this to Reigns.
Okay. And Lance, over to you. Reigns or Rollins?
Well, because I'm just this damn crazy, I honestly see them giving it to, can't see them giving the Money in the Bank match to Dean, and see him, because he's that crazy son of a bitch, cashing in that night and making it a triple threat. But I still see them keeping it on Roman.
Well, and that's an interesting point, real quick. That's a what if he wins, Dean Ambrose wins, and it's a wild card. And, he made very clear he's going to cash in. And for right now, I'm going to just stick with these two, because I think if if Ambrose cashes in, history has proven that almost like 90% of the times you're going to win the title. So I'm just going to leave that for right now. So, and guys, this is going to wrap it up for this edition. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow night's Money in the Bank. Make sure you check us out at Hardcore Wrestling Radio after that so we can give you our reviews. Also, over in our chat room, in the Facebook group section, HWR chat room, we will be doing live play-by-play with video clips. I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, and I always want to thank the hardcore crew for coming on with us. Joe, what do you got going on? Where can people find you?
Well, they can find me on Facebook.com let me reset that. You can find me on Facebook at Facebook.com, Joseph Manager. You can follow me on my Twitter, which has been picking up a lot of steam. It's at JKnightCWA. Check it out. We also got my DK Retro group, which is we deal with wrestling. We deal with classic wrestling, classic TV shows, classic games. So you can follow that on Facebook.com group DK Retro.
And Lance, over to you. You're over at Lance, YouTube.com/LanceMossTV. We know that you got that live hangout show every Wednesday. Tell everybody about it.
Well, it's basically any one of my friends can come in, even the hardcore crew. If they just all they got to do is message me, and well, then we just shoot the shit for about 2 hours.
All right, and with that, I am your hardcore host, Rick Head, saying we'll see you when we see you.